defense.
Nick Bosa and the 49ers slid through the DMV and got the W to stay undefeated. Hashtag 6-0 yeah. It's Trend Zone. Welcome, football fans, to the Trend Zone presented by Mercedes-Benz. I'm your boy Hawk, and you know what? The biggest story from Sunday was that it was Andrew Hawkins Day. That's right. In my hometown of Johnstown, PA, October 20th is like a second birthday for everybody. And by everybody, I mean my family. And by my family, I mean me. I'm the only one who celebrates it. Anyway, shockingly enough, despite that it's a national holiday, the NFL decided to go ahead and play their normal slate of football games. So, go figure. We start with San Fran another week and another 49ers W. This time on the road at FedEx Field, where Case Keenum was making it rain. No? Oh, it was raining. Never mind, check that. It was just raining. He only passed for 77 yards. Anyway, Washington's dreams of an upset were quickly turned into a nightmare by Jimmy G and the 49ers. The fields were swamped, so basically the passing offenses were non-existent. All right, they combined for 0 points and a total of 41 net passing yards in the first half between the two of them. That's not exactly sexy airplay. All right, since the air game was nowhere to be found, they took to the ground, which is ironic that this was at FedEx Field because UPS would never. The game lasted only 2 hours and 36 minutes, which made this the shortest NFL game in over a decade. Finally, something that Washington could celebrate. That's just mean. Who wrote that? I did. All right, despite having his worst game of the season, Jimmy Garoppolo was still hype after the game because the Niners are undefeated and he improved to 14-2 as an NFL starter. Let's go! Also, it was some sweet revenge for former Washington offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, as he made his triumphant return to the place that he called home until they gave he and his dad Mike the boot in 2013. Kyle then went on to become the offensive coordinator for me in Cleveland, and I catapulted him into the career he has today. So, Kyle, you're welcome. After the game, Kyle gave his dad the game ball, even though his dad didn't play a single snap. The perfect amount of petty. Now, over to Green Bay, where Aaron did his thing in Week 7 as he gave the business to the Gruden Grinders. That's right, the Raiders. They tried to get their clown on early when defensive end Max Crosby got the sack and mocked Rodgers' discount double-check dance. But it was A-Rod who double-checked the Raiders' D, gave him a silver and black eye, and dished out 5 touchdown passes, 1 on the ground, and a perfect passer rating to add insult to injury. Savage. Rodgers also became the fastest player in NFL history to 350 career passing touchdowns, doing it in 8 fewer games than the previous record holder, Drew. It's finna be a breeze. That's right, the man went crazy for his fantasy owners after he dropped 43.76 fantasy points, which is the second highest total in his career. After the game, the Pack put some respect on Rodgers' name.
And this is pretty special right here now. First time in Packer history, a guy completes a game with a perfect passer rating.
Elsewhere, the biggest story heading into Week 7 was the Rams shipping Marcus Peters to Baltimore and sending 2 first-round picks to Jacksonville in exchange for cornerback Jalen Ramsey. The Rams dealt away their future draft picks with no guarantee that Ramsey would even be there beyond this season. So the Rams were like, yeah, just in case, we better get our money's worth. Ramsey, fresh off the plane, was thrown right into the fire to go head-to-head with the Falcons' Julio Jones for the first time in their career. The bird was not the word, and the Rams got back to their winning ways, which left Jones on the sideline doing some soul searching. Ramsey balled, so he got the call, and Dion got the inside scoop on how his lingering back injury, you know, the one that caused him to miss the last 3 games, was able to heal so quickly.
And I want to know, what did you do for your back? Because your back got well real quick.
Oh, yes, sir. The training staff here, they real deal. I got Mr. Miyagi, Dr. Ho. Shout out to Dr. Ho in Houston, man. He like Mr. Miyagi. He get my back right.
What if that doctor can fix bank accounts? Anyway, Ramsey and his teammates definitely got their wax on, and Atlanta native Gerald Everett got his clown on when he busted out the dirty bird after a touchdown reception. Filthy. All right, but the highlight of this game had to be Falcons running back Devonta Freeman stepping to the baddest man in pro football, Aaron Donald. That's right, Freeman is my boy, but he might have had a little too much dip on his chip when he tried AD. Freeman ended up getting ejected for throwing a punch, which I get, because that's exactly how I respond when someone picks me up like a Toys R Us kid. But it got me thinking, what would have happened if these two actually squared up toe-to-toe in the boxing ring? Time to look at the tail of the tape. In the red corner, we have Devonta Freeman, 27 years old, 5'8", 206 pounds, with a 29 3/8 reach. He is built like a Rottweiler, small and mighty, but can do backflips under a picnic table. In the blue corner, we have Aaron Donald, 28 years old, 6'1", 280 pounds, 32 5/8 reach, nicknamed Debo, and is built like a Ford Taurus. All right, so clearly, Aaron Donald has the advantage in size. Fine. But there's one thing that both of these players have in common. They lost the Super Bowl to this dude. That's right. Lamar Jackson heard all the MVP chatter around Russell Wilson, so he said, you know what? I'm going to Seattle to show that I'm the best dual threat quarterback, that's right, quarterback in the NFL. Jackson had his third 100-yard rushing game of the season and outrushed the entire Seahawks offense by himself. That's the third time he's done that to an opponent this year. All right, after switching cleats during the game, Jackson had to change back to his original.
I was running slow. I'm getting caught by the linebackers. I'm like, I got to go back to my originals because ain't no way. Can't get caught by no linebackers. Jackson
has 2,226 total yards of offense this season alone. For context, all right, that's more than 8, that's right, count them, 8 NFL teams. And the Ravens fans in attendance showed Jackson love as he exited the stadium in Seattle. Also in this game, Marcus Peters made his debut for the Baltimore Ravens. That's right, and he caught Russell Wilson slipping for a 67-yard pick six. It was Wilson's first interception of the season, and for Peters, it was his 5th pick six since 2015, a statistic in which he leads the NFL. And who could forget, it was an Earl Thomas revenge game as he made his way back to Seattle, where he was once a key member of the Seahawks' legendary Legion of Boom. Thomas famously flipped a bird that was neither a Raven nor a Seahawk at head coach Pete Carroll after suffering a season-ending injury last season. Looks like that relationship is going to take a bit more time to mend. But as you can see, Earl and Russ are still as cool as polar bear nipples. Who wrote that? Me. All right, now on to some quick hitters. We go with the Saints. Teddy Bridgewater kept New Orleans marching with a road win against the Bears, improving his record as a starter to 5-0 this season. He's balling, but his time as New Orleans starting quarterback may be coming to an end sooner than later. Drew Brees is expected to start practicing again this week, and if he's ready to play in the Saints Week 8 matchup against the Cardinals, then Teddy Roosevelt is going to be Teddy Bridgewater boy, at least till free agency. Also, in a loss to the Minnesota Vikings, my brother from another and Detroit Lions wide receiver Marvin Jones Jr. put up 4 receiving touchdowns in one game. That's crazy. But the crazier part is, this isn't even the first time he's done it. That's right, he did it in 2013, almost 6 years ago to the day against the New York Jets. For context, I played 74 career games, I had 9 receiving touchdowns. Marv has 8 receiving touchdowns in 2 games. So, yeah, that sucks. But, like all good friends, you know I had to hit him up in the group chat. Talk to you back in the group chat. Good luck this week, man.
Oh, group chat going up.
I did not write that one, Andy, I swear. I'm telling the truth there. All right, now, the other side of that game. My guy, Kid Cuzzy, is still in the pursuit of happiness in Minnesota. He balled out for a third straight game. And never forget who was the first person on the Cousins for MVP campaign trail. All right, with the Vikings ready for their showdown on Thursday Night Football against the one-win Redskins, I'm calling it the family reunion game because the Redskins are about to get beat up by their old cousins. Me again. I'm here all night. You like that? And, as fate would have it, Kid Cuzzy and the Vikings won the 100th game of the NFL's 100th season. So here's a perfect opportunity to check out this NFL 100 in 100 minute on nickname.
Do you know whose jersey that is?
Yeah.
What?
Reggie White.
Do you know what his nickname was?
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna come back. You find out what it is. I'll come talk to you.
Demo, who are you? Who are you? Tomahawk.
You know I'm Tony Toe Top. You know I'm Toe Top.
I could be a leopard. Or you could be a seahorse.
The refrigerator.
Here comes the fun bunch.
What time is it? Showtime, prime time.
Time for the bus to roll today, baby.
Drag up that diesel.
Look out, killer. Here comes the diesel.
Tired head Hayward breaking a tackle. Look out.
I'm in beast mode.
Swinging Sammy Ball.
Run to the Dodger brings the crowd to its feet.
Let's go, baby. Ready eyes for a reason.
Where to go, Snake?
Let's go, Bengals! Let's go, Bengals! When these purple people eaters unload, they unload. On defense for the Rams, the fearsome foursome. They call themselves the No-Name Gang.
I ain't never seen a quarterback who can deal with the LOB. I have yet to see one.
Megatron into the history books.
Dante Hall's gonna do it again. The human joystick. Who got him? The freak.
An incredible run by the Nigerian Nightmare. Fires and it's caught in the end zone. Slash. Stewart. Good job, Slash.
What do you got? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There you go.
Cease and desist, DeMarco Murray. My lawyer will be in touch. All right, time now for our Strong Side social check-in presented by Mercedes-Benz. Strong Side lives at the intersection of all things women in football, highlighting women in and around the game and the off-the-field stories they want to see. Here are a couple posts from the weekend. All right, here's our guy Logan Ryan on the field with the babies, celebrating the win like a good dad is supposed to. This is awesome. Next, we have NFL Network's Kim Jones is all smile with Pat P. He made his comeback for the Cardinals, and they got a W in New York. And this was my favorite one of the day. High school senior Ariel Arona just became the first girl to throw a touchdown in California high school football history. And she ran the Philly special to do it. Check this out. Nick Foles, eat your heart out. That was Strong Side Social Check-In presented by Mercedes-Benz. Make sure you follow @StrongSide NFL on Instagram and Twitter so you don't miss a thing. All right, look, with the NBA tipping off tonight, it got us thinking, which NBA players could actually play in the NFL? I have no idea. So I called on our own NFL and NBA social strategist, a guy that you've seen his tweets, you know his name, but you have no idea what he looks like. Josiah Johnson, take it away.
Hey, yo, what's good, Trend Zone? This is Josiah Johnson, a.k.a. King Josiah 54 on the internet, and these are my top 5 NBA players that could do work in the NFL. Now, up first, you could have guessed it, LeBron James. Now, as some of y'all may know, LeBron actually played wide receiver in high school, and I think his game would translate nicely to the NFL. LeBron would be something like a hybrid tight end wide receiver combo. Think Gronk meets Calvin Johnson, minus the post-game smoke sessions. Up next, Celtics rookie big man Taco Fall. Now standing at 7'5", Taco will be great on special teams, blocking extra points, blocking field goals. That's pretty much all you're gonna give you though. Up next is another rookie, Zion Williamson. Now, Zion's built like a pit bull dog, and he would do major work on a defensive line. Think something like an Aaron Donald type. He would be a quarterback's worst nightmare. Think about that 280-pound dude just running at you full steam ahead. I know, I'm scared. Up next, Kawhi Leonard. Now, any man that's still rocking braids in 2019 is not a human being to be trifled with. Kawhi could do work as a dual threat as a cornerback and a wide receiver. Think something like a Deion Sanders type, minus all the trash talk. And every time he got an interception or scored a touchdown, he could give you his patented, "What it do, baby?" Last but not least, James Harden. Now, James will make a great NFL running back because he could take as many steps as he wanted to and would never have to worry about the refs calling travel. This is King Josiah, and that was my top 5 NBA players who could do work in the NFL. Now, don't meet me there, beat me there.
All right, now it's time for Suit It or Boot It. All right, first up, we got Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, fresh off the bus. His confidence is up, his swag is mean, but I'm not feeling the jacket. You know what? I'm an animal lover. Okay, so I'm gonna boot this one. Boot it. Boot with the fur, as Flo Rida would say. Next up, we got Brandon McManus, place kicker for the Denver Broncos, coming through with the Canadian Tux. You know what? I'm feeling it. I played in Canada. I get it. Saskatoon. We're going suited here. Top hat and Canadian Tux. You can't beat it. Next, head coach Cliff Kingsbury. Now, I don't know if there's enough drip in the world to describe what this man has going on right now. This could flood an entire county. So yes, this is suited 110% Cliff Kingsbury. Good looking dude. Next up, we have Indianapolis Colts tight end Eric Ebron. Check out the t-shirt he wore. Be yourself unless you could be Eric Ebron, and then always be Eric Ebron. You know what? That is perfect. When you make the one-handed catch with the toe tap, you can wear things like this. Give him a suited. Matter of fact, give him 2. Next up, we got defensive end for the Houston Texans, J.J. Watt, showing love to the local team, the Houston Astros, and specifically Jose Altuve, who balled out. You know what? I like the jersey, I like the gesture, but he should have had to wear the actual size that Jose Altuve wears. And for that reason, I'm gonna boot it. Show love to the little guys. Don't show fake love. All right, here's our first fan submission into Suited or Booted. We have a fan that I'm not even sure what team she roots for because it is half Cowboys Dak Prescott and half Eagles Carson Wentz jersey. This is how you guarantee yourself a win, as the tweet says. We're going with the NFC least. All right, time now to check out our tough day at the office. You know what it is. Guys who didn't have, let's say, the best Andrew Hawkins day. First, Washington versus the San Francisco 49ers at FedEx Field. It was a torrential downpour. Like, I used to hate rain games. I used to tell the quarterback, hey, you might as well leave me in the locker room because I'm going to be no good to you. This is literally a tough day at the office. Horrible work conditions by Mother Nature. Sliding. I mean, they're sliding for 5 and 10 yards at a time. Not fun. 49ers with the W. Next, we're going to Atlanta where the Rams punter, Johnny Hekker, does a fake punt for a first down. Now, if you guys know Johnny Hekker, he always is passing. He's thrown 20-plus passes in his career. Check this tweet out. He has 106 career passer rating. Jared Goff wishes he was that good of a quarterback. That's how I knew it wasn't Jared, because the spiral was too tight. I'm joking. I didn't write that. All right, another fake punt by my guy, Brett Kern. For those of you who don't know, me and Brett actually went to college together. We actually spent our draft night together. Neither of us got drafted. It was the worst draft party ever. But Brett showing off his arm here with the fake punt against the Los Angeles Chargers. Nice. All right, check out the right tackle for the Washington Redskins, Morgan Moses. The reason why it's a tough day at the office is because somebody forgot to give him the memo of the snap count. Check this out. They hike the ball, and he literally does not move, like his brain is buffering. You're going to want to block that guy. Case Keenum, you should talk to him because that's not cool, dude. Tough day at the office. All right, here goes the Dolphins special teams. Now, the Dolphins have had numerous tough day at the office appearances, but this one is even worse because they tried an onside kick late in the game to try to get a W. And Micah Hyde not only fields the onside kick flawlessly and with no Dolphins anywhere near him, he catches it in the air, continues, and proceeds to run it back for a touchdown. Tough day at the office for the Miami Dolphins, unless you're into the first pick of the NFL draft. Then, All right, now this one is close, near and dear to my heart, man. You know, I'm not one for the short jokes. I don't play that. This is Eli Apple and safety Gardner Johnson making fun of Tariq Cohen's height on the game. He looks upset. But it's funny because actually Tariq Cohen ran over that safety. So, I mean, I don't want to live in a world where you get ran over and then you get to be the one to make fun of somebody. Come on, Tariq. All right, that does it for the Trend Zone presented by Mercedes-Benz. If you like the writing, join us next week. Same time, same place. If you didn't, it wasn't me. I'm Hawk, and the pleasure is all yours.